And we're back. And this time, instead of Lyosha joining me, I'm joining Lyosha. So I came to Eastern Ukraine, and I brought a little treat for us. So these are tinctures from Lviv. So these have literally traveled across the entire width of Ukraine, and we're going to do a review of these drinks.
Yes, and I'm very glad to help you with this stuff.
I know that you see it as a tremendous responsibility to review delicious alcohols, and I'm sorry for this burden on your soul, but I'm glad that we're able to hang out and do this again. This is something that's really special. This is something that's very interesting. These are sort of old world styles of spirits. These are called tinctures. So they can be called infused vodkas, infused spirits. There's different names for it, but in Ukrainian they're called Настойки.
Yes.
So these are traditional alcohols, typically made with herbs, berries, roots, and they have their origins in sort of old world treatments. And now it's more just a recreational drink, but it definitely has a very long history in Ukraine. People even make this at home still. Right?
Really often, including personally me.
Typically these are a little bit less strong than a spirit, so they might be around 15 to 20, 25% alcohol. They're made more for flavor than for intoxication. And they're really interesting. They have very, very bizarre flavors. So we're going to walk through these, give them reviews, and then we're going to see which one's our favorite, which one's our least favorite, and then which one is the most interesting. We're going to start with a classic. This is Smorodina, so this is currant. They're wrapped in these cute little folksy containers. So just going to have a little tasting of these. As you can see, the color on this is pretty deep. Reflects the berry. And this definitely smells very strongly of currant.
And for sure I like the color because it changes from red to some violet.
But the smell of it is really fascinating.
Yeah, like it smells like jam.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. It smells like jam. Yeah.
Very nice smell.
Right, so let's see if the smell is as good as the taste. So this one should be a home run. We wanted to start off with something delicious and easy. So currant tincture.
Let's go. It also tastes almost like jam.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Almost no feel of alcohol.
Yeah. So again, these aren't super strong. They're made from spirits. So vodka is the base for most of these. It's just used to sort of, as a solvent, pull the essence out of these berries and roots and herbs and things. Some of the older tinctures would also use vinegar. So you can use different solvent solutions to sort of pull this out. But I think that, a neutral grain spirit adds a better flavor than vinegar. But this is very nice.
It's the first drink for today, but I definitely like it. I like it. It tastes really nice.
You could make tinctures out of really almost anything, as long as you just soak it in some sort of solvent.
I even wanted to make it from onion, but my wife told me that I'm crazy.
So here we have the follow-up. This one is cherry. Again, another super classic. This is a beloved one. Anyone that saw my Pyanaya Vishnya video, that is similar to Настойки.
Yeah.
So you can see the color is a little bit lighter.
Little bit more red, I would say. Yeah, but it smells like Pyanaya Vishnya. Oh, yes.
I would say that it smells like Pyanaya Vishnya, but it's not as sweet. This definitely doesn't have that sweet desserty smell that Pyanaya Vishnya has. And it's also less viscous, so it's a little thinner than Pyanaya Vishnya.
Yeah. Let's try.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cherry tincture.
It tastes almost like Pyanaya Vishnya. Almost, not exact, but almost.
To me, this has a little bit of a flavor of like a cherry pastry, like a cookie or a pie or something. It's got that sweetness, but it has almost no alcohol flavor to it.
It's
really cool.
It's like closer to wine in terms of taste.
Yeah, it is like a fruit wine.
Yeah.
It is. I would say that it's a little bit stronger than wine, but not by much. So next we have brusnika. This is brusnici. This is lingonberry. I'm going to lean on Lyosha. Do you have these berries like commonly as just a food?
Yes, it is maybe not very widespread, like not at every shop, but it's like quite popular.
Ukraine has so many varieties of berries. And so I've heard of these, but it feels sort of like medieval or something from like Game of Thrones. So we're going to give this a try.
I'm not sure if I remember the exact taste of this berry, but I definitely want to try the tincture.
This one has sort of the color of tea. It's definitely sort of like a tea colored.
Or brandy. Yeah, but really color of brandy.
Of course, his mind would go there, and just a little bit of foreshadowing. I plan on us filming a brandy review while we're together. Oh wow!
Again, it smells sweet and jam, it's like sweet jam.
It does, and it has sort of like a spice profile to it as well,
and a bit honey flavor even.
It's like honey, cinnamon, like a nut even. So
yeah, maybe.
This is really interesting. I don't even know if I've had the fruit itself, but this smells cool. So, lingonberry. Oh, wow.
Very soft taste.
Very soft. This is so smooth.
It's almost like you can pretend that that doesn't have alcohol.
It tastes like a fake peach. I don't know, like a peach sweet tea or something like that. Like sweet tea mixed with peach flavor.
Peach iced tea. You're gonna hate it.
It's very interesting. This is crazy. It's definitely got a sweetness to it. I think it's even sweeter than the other ones that we've tried. Cornelian cherry. Have any of you guys had a Cornelian cherry? I have never even... I think I've had one in Ukraine because they're pretty common, right?
Not very widespread, but like it's known. It's well known. It's like popular berry on Caucasus, on Middle Asia, but in Ukraine it's like we have much better berries. I mean, so like it's not very popular, but some people like it, some people use it, some people grow it.
This has a very, very light color to it.
It's like rose wine.
Yes, yes. I was going to say dirty water from a Soviet sink. But rose water is more elegant. It smells very sweet, but I smell sort of like a herbaceousness to it. Like it's got a sharper smell.
Yeah.
Cornelian cherry.
Let's try. It seems to me that they added maybe some sugar here, because like I thought it would be much more sour, but it's not.
So it seems that this one came from a sweeter version of a cherry, so maybe the Cornelian cherry is sweeter. But this, again, it has sort of pastry notes to it. It smells a little aggressive on the nose, but the palate, it's fantastic. It's really delicious.
Aggressive. Don't be scary.
We can't talk about...
Tincture offends you.
Can't really describe this as aggressive because it's so gentle, but just the smell of it is...
It's like alcohol for...
I don't think we can say that. It's alcohol for people who might not like alcohol. It's for people that maybe like a lower ABV when they're drinking something, but they want to have really powerful flavors. So these are really strong flavors. This is something that you definitely drink for the flavor, for the experience, and not for the intoxication. But it is designed to sort of be like a tasting, and that's why it's popular to sell them in sort of sets like this. But this is really good. I don't think I would even classify this as cherry. It definitely has sort of like a sweet pastry taste to it. But that's really good. That's very interesting. I think that might be my favorite so far. And Lyosha, do you know anything about sort of like which regions of Ukraine are most common to make Настойки? Like they seem to be more popular in the West, I would say, than in the East.
I would say throughout all Ukraine is popular. So it's like because like it's quite cheap. In West, on the north, on the south, on the west, on the east, almost the same fruits are growing. So like that's why I think the tinctures are popular throughout the whole Ukraine.
And it's also worth mentioning that this isn't just a purely Ukrainian thing, it's sort of pan-Slavic. I know that the Baltics have a cherry version, but I don't know if they have this many types. So anyone from the Baltics, please let me know. So the next up we have Agrus. Agrus, it sounds like a Greek hero, like the brother of Achilles. But this is gooseberry. Sounds ridiculous, and it's very clear. So we're going to give this a try.
It smells almost like nothing. No smell at all.
Yeah, it's odd, I would say, even like how absent of smell this is. I don't even smell alcohol. Like I smell almost nothing. It's like a grassy smell. It smells like a wet field to me, but from a distance.
Let's try.
Yep. So, gooseberry.
Like something interesting I can just describe. I would never guess what berry is it taste if they wouldn't write it, but definitely interesting taste.
It's got an herbaceousness. It tastes almost like sort of a flower tea or something like that. I don't even know if I would 100% identify this as a berry, just because there is some sweetness to it. But the absence of a smell plus that sort of like really cool herbal taste to it, it's like a very, very weak Jägermeister or something.
Yeah, something like
or
that.
Becherovka, something like that. Very mild smell, very cool flavor. I think that one's the most surprising for me so far. Pear.
What's next?
Doop, doop, doop. It's like Dummy's Tetris. Peach. Finally, a fruit that I understand with my my tiny American brain. I don't know if I've had a peach tincture yet, just because it's not one of the more common ones. We'll give this a smell.
I can feel the strong peach flavor and smell. Yeah, it smells really like peach.
It doesn't have that like super juicy, sweet summertime smell to it. It smells like these were from like smaller green peaches. Maybe it's from ones that you can't really sell, so you just.
But you still can make a tincture.
yeah. Why not?
So why would you throw it away? No, we can make tincture.
Yeah. Don't throw it away. Drink it. All right.
Let's go.
Peach.
Tastes absolutely as liquid peach.
It tastes almost like it's fake. It tastes so much like a peach that I cannot believe it.
yes. And so sweet.
Yes, it's way sweeter than I thought it would be. When you make Настойки, or your family, which are the sort of fruits and flavors that you guys use the most?
Personally, I enjoyed almost everything, but my favorite is apricot. Yeah, definitely very good taste. Personally, I liked apple. Because especially like some green sour apples, they just not make tincture too sweet or too strong taste. It like a bit softens like the taste of vodka. So you still feel that it is strong alcohol, but with little flavor of apples. That's why I like apple tincture very much.
Yeah, and that's also sort of something to mention is that this company, they sort of intentionally make their tinctures a little bit weaker. Some people, especially when they're homemade, they can be quite strong. They can be like 30%. But these are sort of on the lower end. And I think it is designed because this is a restaurant, not a distiller. So these are sort of meant to be consumed with a meal. So that's why these are a bit weaker, but a bit stronger in flavor. Elderberry. So Buzina is elderberry. This has like a cool cloudy flavor to it, and then you can see some like. I'm gonna mix it because there's like particulate in it.
Do your usual move and mix it a bit.
So yeah, elderberry. I think that I've had these berries. I don't think that I've had this particular tincture before. I don't think that it's a common one. Is this?
Yes, because I've never tried for sure this one.
So we're learning together.
I don't know what to expect. In fact.
Oh my god. It's like citrus even, like a lemon.
Yeah. And it smells like some type of flower. Like, definitely I like it. It even smells not like food or drink. It smells like flower you give to your girlfriend or wife.
Yeah. Girlfriend or wife.
Or both.
Yeah.
Or both of them, yes.
Same time. Definitely has sort of a perfumey smell to it. It doesn't really smell... it doesn't really have that edible aroma to it, so maybe this won't taste as good. Yeah, it's like a citrus flower or something. So, all right. Elderberry.
Again, it also like taste like you eating some flour.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
If you ever try to eat a leaf of a flower, it tastes a bit similar to this. No? I don't know where from do I know that. And then when was I eating flowers? But definitely it's close.
I don't like it.
Don't like?
No. It's got a... I don't know. It definitely doesn't have that sort of citrusy flavor that it has on the nose. And it does have like a plant life taste to it, but not really like an edible one. It tastes like you're eating like leaves or something. Considering that we've gone through a couple of these, this is pretty impressive that this is the first one that kind of was a swing and a miss. I would say that it's got a really complex flavor, but it's a complexity that I don't enjoy. This is probably Ukraine's most classic, most famous tincture, medovukha.
Oh yeah, it's like almost Ukrainian national recipe.
For those that don't know, Ukraine has a massive beekeeping population. So it's sort of a profession and then also a hobby for a lot of people in Ukraine.
And Ukraine also maybe is one of the biggest exporters of honey in the world. So yes, honey is like our national product. So for sure we make everything with honey. We even eat pickles with honey sometimes. Have you ever tried?
Yes, and it's actually super good.
Yeah, because when you just read it in the menu, what pickles with the honey? It sounds like shit, like nothing to join one to another. Like how can it be together? Not, but it tastes really interesting and delicious.
It sounds like something a college stoner or a pregnant woman would invent.
Yeah.
Just take a pickle and dip it into a jar of honey. But they'll have like crushed walnuts on it as well, and it is super delicious. Something about like the thickness of the honey and the sweetness mixed with the sour and the crunch of the pickle. Super awesome. Give it a go at home. Very fun. Yeah, it's actually very liquid. Medovukha is usually very thick. It's sort of like a thick juice or something even.
Mm-hmm. Let's try. I don't like the smell. It's like
it doesn't smell like medovukha at all. Like so much not like medovukha that I feel like it's the wrong.
It seems that I wouldn't like it, but let's try. Not sure.
All right, let's try it. I'm a little concerned because usually the smell of medovukha is like a honey cake, and this ain't it.
Is this not in this case? Oh, I definitely don't like it.
They've definitely added something to this. It's got like a cinnamon flavor or something. Like they've added herbs to it for sure, and too many. I don't even taste honey. This is bad. If I'd never tried medovukha before, I would think that this is disgusting.
It's especially shame in Ukraine because, as we talked a few minutes ago, it's like national recipe and with so many various recipes of medovukha. So definitely, I don't like it.
The flavor is just totally incorrect
And totally wrong. Yeah.
Womp womp. I would say that you have to try medovukha. It's very interesting, especially if you come to Ukraine. And this is like it's too thin, it's too clear. Just a total miss. This is one of the kings of Ukrainian tinctures. This is one of my favorites, but it's definitely polarizing. You'll either love this or hate this. There is no in between. And this is horseradish. So this is hrenovukha. All throughout the Slavic world, horseradish is incredibly popular. They use it in sauces, they use it in dishes. It's even sort of like a very popular swear word with children. Like how a kid would say like heck or something like that. It's like hrin. It's got deep roots in sort of the Slavic world.
Classic smell.
Whew.
Oh.
It's like briny. It's like seawater almost, but with like a punch. It's almost like wasabi in a glass. So it's definitely got that punchy, like wasabi mustard sort of smell to it. It's not spicy, but it's sort of the one that hits you right in the sinuses. Yeah, so that's why this is last, because this is certainly the strongest of all of them, and then it also has a really brutal taste, I could say. Everything else is like cute berries and birthday cakes and things like that. But this is for the brave, you know.
Yeah.
So
Let's try.
Hrenovуха. Oh.
I'm not happy about this tincture. Not what I was expecting.
Typically, you won't find hrenovуха in like little bottles like this. It'll usually be in like larger bottles, and there'll be pieces of horseradish in the bottle itself. It sort of adds to that sort of natural flavor. Average hrenovуха. It's very easy to get terrible hrenovуха, but once you get like really well-made hrenovуха, it's fantastic. It's really fantastic. But this is a little bit...
Because it's a bit bitter, and usually if you add honey and add some lemon, it neutralizes and becomes like really tasty drink, but not in this particular case, unfortunately.
That's sort of the whole set. You know, we walked through these glasses. We really didn't want to drink a tremendous amount. So that's why we're just sort of doing this sampling. Okay, so after a heated debate where we got shirtless and fought over the deliciousness of berried drinks, I think that we came to sort of our own personal consensus on what was the best, what was the most interesting, what was the worst. I think that for me, the best was probably the Cornelius Cherry. This was just overall super pleasant. I really enjoyed the flavor. It was pretty unexpected. So my favorite was this.
I almost agree with you. Yes, it was not bad, but for sure my favorite, I will put two of those tinctures on the first place. It's cherry and currant, because both of them like really taste sweet, like almost like jam, almost no feel of alcohol, almost tastes like fruit wine. Very nice and pleasant drinks.
Those are, with medovуха, probably the most standard sort of настойки or tinctures. So if you can only try a limited selection, cherry and currant, those are like go-tos. I would say that my most interesting one would be the gooseberry, oddly. I don't know for sure that I've eaten a gooseberry, but this was just really, really delightful. That sort of absent smell that gave way to a very interesting flavor, that sort of took me by surprise, I would say. And I really, really, really enjoyed this, considering that I came in thinking that this might be weird or sort of devoid of flavor.
And about my surprise, nothing surprised me, because nothing can surprise a depressive Slavic guy. I can't say that anything of this surprised me, really. They are all good. That's all I want to say.
And then I would say to the worst, sadly and shockingly, it is, for me, the medovуха. This should have been closer to first place. It's a classic in Ukraine. It's beloved. It has sort of a place in the heart of Ukrainians and in agriculture. Honey is so important here, so important. And for this to be so bad, it's kind of shameful. So that's why this is the worst, in my opinion.
I am close to your conclusion, but for me the worst was hrin. How do you spell it?
Horseradish.
Horseradish, yes, because also it should be a really proper tincture, really tasty, almost perfect winter drink. It tastes when it's cold very nice, but this exact like tasted not very good, not how it should be. So for my taste, the worst today's tincture is horseradish.
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 Not horseradish. Horseradish should be a little bit thicker. It should almost have that like sinus clearing smell to it. It should almost like kind of take your breath away. It's super great in winter, as you mentioned, with like a bowl of borscht and a pampushki. All of them were actually very interesting. They were all pretty cool. I'm glad that these survived the trip, because I literally brought these across the entire country.
And yes, Ukraine is very wide from west to east. So it's really a long trip.
These little drinks have traveled more than most people, I would say.
They have more interesting lives than many people have.
That's pretty much the standard issue sort of tinctures. If you guys are interested in this, we could follow this up with more sort of out there drinks, because there are a lot of them. These are just sort of the baseline ones, and they're done in a very approachable, light way. just so that they're easy to sort of consume as a set and then with a meal. So they get a lot weirder and a lot stronger and a lot stranger. So if you guys are interested, just comment, let us know, and we can do more videos in that vein. All right, so that sort of wraps up the tasting. Thank you guys for joining us so much, and I'm really glad that I was able to join Lyosha here in eastern Ukraine, and we're really lucky that it was sort of quiet long enough for us to film this video. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and as always, till next time.
See you. And next, maybe let's film some bonus video.
Don't mention the bonus because that's what makes it a bonus. We're going to wrap the video.